Hello, everyone. How you all doing? Welcome back to another episode of Rab Reacts, where I react to the video clips that you folks send in to us here in the Big Rab Show. You can also send in your own particular clip, of course. Our email address is always bigrabshow@gmail.com. Send them into us. And yeah, my hoodie's doing something weird here. I don't know what the story is there. Anyway, let's get into the video clip. Now, this is quite a famous movie. We have been asking for video clips from movies where possible. This is from the sci-fi movie, especially the remake, the new modern remake called Dune or June. Yeah. So this is where a lot of our pipers from the bagpiping world, I think Gary Nimmo, Ross Miller, to name a couple, were involved in this, in the production of the soundtrack for this movie, where there was actual bagpiping happening. Now, I do know the composer and the guy behind the soundtrack is Hans Zimmer. Now, he's honestly one of my favorite composers. I know, go figure. I'm a fan of classical music as well, but mostly film soundtracks and stuff. And Hans Zimmer done like some huge movies in his time, like Gladiator, and there's a ton of others. And he's kind of famous for incorporating some unusual instrumental sounds and stuff. And Dune is one of these movies that has a lot of that in here. There's like people playing duduk and like I don't know, like big tubes and stuff with reeds in them. There's a lot of very interesting musical things happening here in Dune, and I've watched a lot of documentaries about this movie, and especially around the production of the soundtrack. And his approach to this was really interesting, and the fact that he wanted bagpipes involved in this, honestly, gets a huge vote of confidence from me. So yeah, for those of you who haven't seen the Dune movie, we're about to spoil a little part of it, I guess. This is kind of a big moment in the movie where one lot of people go out to meet their enemy kind of thing, but they're putting on like a show of strength kind of thing. And yeah, my lungs taste the air of time blowing past fallen sand bagpipes. Yeah, is the line that's delivered here. But it's the music here that we're interested in, the piper as well. So let's get into this then. Let's have a look at this. Bagpipes in a big sci-fi movie called Dune.
My lungs taste the air of time blown past fallen sand.
All right. The tone of the pipes being played there, that's not Highland pipes. Don't know what that is, but it must be a set of pipes blowing through and then detuned or something. I'm going to wind it back a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. But that is a set of Highland pipes being played. And we all know what a set of Highland pipes sound like. So I think Hans Zimmer, the composer here, has made a musical choice to take a familiar sound, but turn it, twist it so it sounds sort of alien in a way. It sounds a bit disjointed. I think that was done intentionally in his sound design. So this piper marches out, that we've seen pipers marching and playing countless times. We know what that looks like. We know what it sounds like. But now we're seeing Hans Zimmer making a musical choice here and changing it, So do I think that is a bad thing? Absolutely not. I think it's cool, actually. Yeah, I think it's a very interesting twist. So, blowing past falling sand.
Past fallen sand.
Yeah, it's an unusual sound, isn't it? Sounds like a full pipe band, doesn't it? Big booming drums there. And there's a pipe band standing there, I think. Yep. So do you get the idea? This was kind of like a big royal arrival, like a show of strength kind of thing. And the tone of the pipes is being used to portray that they're very bombastic, And the sound of the drums behind them as well, like thump, thump, those big pulses from the drums, definitely putting that across here. I don't think they could have achieved this impression than any other instrument, really. It's very interesting how, they decided to detune them, however. So we can't latch on to them as being a set of Highland pipes. They sound different. They sound alien. And that was an interesting musical choice that I do think works.
To fear a lot. Young master, how does it feel to walk on a new world?
Exciting, to say the least.
My
This
lord.
doesn't sound like pipes, does it?
How are you, old friend?
My advance team has secured the city. We're still smoothing out a few rough spots.
The pipes
My
keep
lady.
playing. There you go. And the movie continues. The movie continues on, and the bagpipes kind of fade into the distance, and then this moment is over. But as you can see there's a lot of very interesting musical choices happening there, for sure. Like, we have seen this silhouette countless times. We've seen a Highland Piper marching out, playing some tunes. We know what that looks like and sounds like, but they made that choice to detune it so we can't latch onto it, so it sounds alien to us, to remind us that this is a story that's not happening in Earth. This is a story that's happening in outer space. This is like a sci-fi. It is what it is. So I don't know. I'm a huge fan of this concept, I guess, and I've been really getting lost in the weeds, I guess. Some people kind of criticize me, said, "Well, Rab, you're getting too in depth." I love sci-fi movies. The Marvel movies and all that kind of stuff. They're fun. In this case, Dune is a more serious sci-fi film. But I would love to know who this actor is. I'd love to know who they are. So if anyone knows who is actually holding that set of pipes there, no idea, because they absolutely look like they know what they're doing. So I'm guessing it's one of the pipers who was actually on the soundtrack. But a very cool moment in a very cool movie, and I'll admit it. I'll admit it. It took me a few listens to actually realize that there was pipes in this film. I seen the piper and I thought, yeah, Highland Piper, okay, but he's acting here. He's not really playing. But then it took maybe the second or third watch through, and I realized, hold on, they've actually recorded bagpipes here, but they've detuned them in a certain way. It sounds very unusual. I'm actually going to watch it again the moment where they strike in. It does take another couple of listens to actually get it.
Fallen sand.
Yeah. It sounds unusual. It's unusual, isn't it? It's just unusual, and it's very cool. I think this is really super cool, in my opinion. But there you go. That's Rab Reacts. So yeah, you do. I don't know. Sometimes people, when they see piping in movies, when it's done incorrectly, a lot of people are very quick to criticize. Sometimes there could be musical choices made to make the pipes, help the story in a way. And in that, it was a big royal arrival. The royal family was arriving on this certain planet, and they were wanting to seem intimidating, and it had a big loud pipe band playing, but it wasn't a pipe band like you would normally hear. Yeah, we've done all that, so there you go. Anyway, Rab Reacts, and that was bagpipes in Dune 2. So yeah, go and check out that movie. Quite a cool one, actually. I really enjoyed that. One for sci-fi fans, absolutely. And yeah, shout out to all you pipers involved in the soundtrack as well. Very cool to have bagpipes represented in the movie world, for that matter. There you go. All right, folks, that's it for another episode of Rab Reacts. Don't forget, send in your own clips, bigrabshow@gmail.com, and we'll see you all in the next episode. All the best.